Welcome back to Kabiga's Reviews, and I'm here to tell you my thoughts on The Flash. I've literally just got back from the cinema from watching it, and I have to say, throughout the first opening section, I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly felt that it was a great summer action movie. I felt myself cheering when Batman was on the streets, driving around on his four-wheeled bat cycle, which I found a little odd, but yeah, genuinely enjoyed that, and it was really a great thrill ride for that opening sequence. Ben Affleck, a little amusing, should we say, with Barry Allen's position within that opening sequence. But yeah, great, brilliant, action-packed opening. Sound was great, the visuals were great, but I did feel that Barry's character, Ezra Miller's Barry Allen, was comic relief. All right, so that's basically what he is. He comments that he feels like he is the janitor for the Justice League, and he actually says, I've come to terms with that, but I always feel like I'm cleaning up a bat mess. So yeah, he seems like a little lesser of a character, even though it's his movie and his story, but that's all right. So overall, that opening sequence is great until you get to part of it which has been reported. I'm not going to spoil it here. I'm going to try really hard not to give any spoilers, but all I'll say is CGI babies. Yeah, that scene, when Batman's on screen, it's brilliant. When the Flash is on screen, it's okay, but then the Flash's bits kind of get a bit cringe, and every cringy bit, there's not many. I didn't feel in the overall film there wasn't many bits that made me really cringe, but most of them were Barry Allen's Flash. Okay, and not because it's Ezra Miller. I could care less about the Ezra Miller situation. I enjoy the character of Barry Allen and the Flash and DC movies. Not interested in Ezra Miller's situation. So yeah, that's an end to that. Okay, back to the film. Basically, the idea is he gets this idea in his head to go back in time to try and fix something from his past, and it causes problems. And there are little things throughout the film. This film is 100% nostalgia bait. It is so packed to the brim with Easter eggs and little references and callbacks that not just to DC movies. There's things in this film that you only get if you're a film fan. All right. No spoilers. I've said no spoilers, so I'm not going to spoil that. But yeah, little things that you hear or see, little disagreements that they have, and you think, I know why they're having that disagreement, and I get the joke. It's very meta, if you pardon the pun, because obviously the Flash and Barry Allen is a meta human, so it's got meta jokes, which is a meta joke in and of itself, ironically. There was parts towards the end with Kara and Zod that I felt were a bit cringy. The cheesy dialogue. Some of the jokes landed though. Michael Keaton, that's not a spoiler. We know Michael Keaton's in this film. Michael Keaton was brilliant, and it was so good to see him back as Bruce Wayne's Batman. Bruce Wayne and Batman, I should say. From the Tim Burton era, which is basically the movie that made it great to be a superhero film. You know, previous to that, well, no, sorry, I take that back. 1989's Batman is one of the gold standard superhero movies, but before that, we did have Christopher Reeve's Superman in the 70s. So let's not forget those. Yeah, so many callbacks, so many Easter eggs and references, a real visual spectacle. It looks great, a little overwhelming at some times, the twists, you can kind of see them coming. So the real reason to go see this film is a switch your brain off superhero movie for the summer. You could take your kids to it, you could have a great old time, and it's just a visual treat, and it's a feast. It's action packed and it looks great. It's got some silly jokes in, it's got some really great set pieces and action. It's not the best story, it's not the most interesting story, but yeah, it's a nice little epitaph to the DCEU, I suppose. And I think everybody's in it. There's one particular cameo in it that my son is going to absolutely laugh at a lot, because he comments on that all the time when we watch Justice League. It's one of his biggest things that he laughs at every single time in Justice League, and it happens in this movie, and he's gonna laugh when he sees it, and I bet he knows exactly what it is. Right, so yeah, The Flash. Overall, I would give it 7.5 out of 10. It ain't The Dark Knight, but it's certainly watchable. It's not as bad as Suicide Squad. It's not as bad as what all the critics and everybody is having you believe. It is a good, fun summer romp. It's a great movie to go to with the family. Bit of fun, popcorn, you know, get yourself a drink. Yeah, have a good time. So 2.5 hours though, so just bear that in mind. Make sure you go to the toilet before you start, before the film. Right, so 7.5 out of 10, my recommendation. Yeah, give it a go. It's a great bit of fun. All right, thanks for watching. Drop me a comment down below what you thought of it. No spoilers though, please. And don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, drop us a like and subscribe to see all future content.